Brandon Aiyuk has finally signed a contract extension with the San Francisco 49ers. In today's video, I break down what the contract is and what this means for them and all the other teams around the NFL. First things first, what is this contract? Because it has dominated the media market for, it feels like, the entire offseason. First, he's going to get traded to the Commanders, then he's going to get traded to the Browns, then he's going to get traded to the Patriots, then he's going to get traded to the Steelers, and it turns out he's just staying at home in San Francisco. It has been an exhausting search that some people have made dozens and dozens of videos of, even though there was no news. But anyways, what did he get? So he signed a 4-year, $120 million extension with $76 million in guarantees. And if you don't know what does this mean for him, well, that kind of makes sense. You probably don't know all the specific details about the wide receiver market. So the number one paid wide receiver in the NFL is Justin Jefferson. Of course, he's getting $35 million. CeeDee Lamb just signed for $34 million. And then there's AJ Brown at $32 million. And then fourth place is Amon-Ra at $30 million, $2,500 just to get him above Tyreek Hill. And then fifth is tied between Brandon Aiyuk and Tyreek Hill at $30 million per year. But as you probably know, contracts are complicated, especially in the NFL. They really know how to inflate these numbers, how to hide what these players actually are getting. What matters the most seems to be what is the guaranteed money. So we don't know the exact specifics of this guaranteed money because I'm not going to get into it, but not all guaranteed money is the same. But on its face, it is $76 million guaranteed, which places him tied with Jalen Waddle at 6th place. However, there is one major difference. This is a 4-year contract extension with $76 million guaranteed. Waddle's actually on a 3-year contract extension with $76 million guaranteed in place. So it does seem that both sides made some concessions in this signing. It's not Justin Jefferson money, but of course he's not a Justin Jefferson level wide receiver. The guarantees are a lot, don't get me wrong, they're crazy high, but it is $24 million less than CeeDee Lamb. So it seems like both sides kind of got together and figured things out. Now on to what it means for the league. So for the Pittsburgh Steelers, this has dominated your headlines for a long time, but now you're back to just having Pickens. It is a bit of a sparse wide receiver group. Aiyuk would have been a crazy trade, especially for the Steelers who don't make trades. So it would have been kind of changing how they do things and could have given their offense a lot of life. I still really believe in the Steelers because Tomlin just finds a way, and especially in divisional games. So I think they're still going to win 9 or 10 games, squeak into the playoffs, and that's probably it. Aiyuk maybe could have taken them over the top, but that's gone now. Then the Patriots, they were gone. They weren't really considered for a long time. The Commanders weren't really considered for much time either, and they're both bad teams anyways. The Browns, honestly, this didn't make much sense to me for trading Amari Cooper plus picks for Aiyuk. I think the quality of the team this year is relatively the same. But of course, the San Francisco 49ers, there was some doubt in my mind whether they would be the same level of Super Bowl contender that they were in previous years if they lost Aiyuk. Since they keep him, they remain a top 3 or 4 offense in the NFL. They're still just running back their awesome team from the past several years. But there are a few questions about what the 49ers will do. For example, is this year the last ride? Will they get rid of Debo next year, or do they want to just pay 2 wide receivers top tier money for a long time? It will be difficult with the team, with Purdy quickly approaching being paid more than minimum wage. So whenever that happens, some things will have to change for the 49ers. Deebo Samuel, I've seen as a popular idea for them to get rid of him since he's a bit older, keep Aiyuk, and just move forward there. Of course, there's a lot of things they can do. They can kind of do the Eagles/Saints style of kicking the money down the road, or quite simply, get rid of some of their expensive players. There is a little bit more to this story though, because there is another more important San Francisco 49er who is holding out, and you probably have barely heard of it unless you're really keeping your eye on the NFL like I am, and I guess millions of other people are. But if you're just a casual fan, you probably haven't noticed this. But Trent Williams, arguably the best player on the San Francisco 49ers, is still holding out. So he is their left tackle, the best left tackle in the NFL in many people's opinions. He's kind of a mauler. He just really can do everything. And when he has been hurt, the team falls apart. Quite simply, they need him. It's just like the Eagles with Lane Johnson. With Lane Johnson, the Eagles are really good. Without Lane Johnson, the Eagles lose all the time. And Trent Williams has been holding out. Now, this hasn't gotten any of the news coverage that the Aiyuk holdout, or the Chase holdout, or hold in, or the CeeDee Lamb, or even the Dak Prescott who is practicing. It hasn't gotten any of that news coverage. Probably because it's linemen, and also because he's just been doing it in the shadows, I guess. But this is very important. So Trent Williams, he's holding out. They need him. And now they just gave $120 million to a wide receiver. If they would have traded Aiyuk away, they would have plenty of money just to pay Trent Williams, keep things rolling. Ideally, if they would have done the Browns trade, if that would have worked out, got an Amari Cooper for cheap, paid Trent Williams, that would be great. However, how it is now, they are in a bit of a quandary, and I just don't see how they don't pay Trent Williams, because he is just that good and he's just that important, and the team has that much potential for the year. I don't see a world where they don't pay him, but it is something you need to keep an eye on, whether you're a 49ers fan, an NFL fan, or even a fantasy football fan, because then if he's not playing, the offense will be way worse. So anyways, hope you liked the video. Stick around for more NFL coverage. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.